Hi everyone, it's Donna from Hollywood, California. It's not just paint, it's art by Donna. And today is the day of our July 4th parade. Yes, and here I am. And no, I'm not at the Hollywood Bowl, but I do live really close by to it. So I thought I would start out with our parade with some fireworks, because we do have some amazing guests today. But firstly, I do want to thank our host, and that would be Cynthia of Pour Studio. My friend Cindee, who is an amazing artist, and wait till you see what she has in store for you today. I'm the first on the list, and after me is Mina Villegas, who I'm sure you all know, and everybody is going to be a half hour apart. So I start at 9:30, and then there's Mina, and then comes Cindee, which is Cynthia Pour Studio. Then there's the amazing Sarah Mack, and after Sarah is Holly, and that's with the morning pour. And Holly is the one, if you've seen any of our trailers, she is the amazing woman who has put those trailers together. Please give her a round of applause for that, because she is an amazing person. Really, totally awesome. And then we have Maida Pours, who I'm sure you all know and love. And last but certainly not least is Creations, and that is the amazing Cathleen Osmore. So, without further ado, I wanted to start with my pour, which is going to be something a little different, maybe not. But I'm doing a seahorse, and mine is going to be a very large seahorse, and that's why you're seeing the ocean before you. Part of my interest in seahorses is because I had them for quite a while. Some of them I purchased locally, some of them I even got from Hawaii. They are the most amazing creatures you can ever imagine. So this is what you're seeing right here. Right now I am giving a base coat on this, I think it's about 3.5 feet. And it's a wooden board, a seahorse. And here's lovely seahorses doing their dance. And when they do their dances, that's when they're transferring their eggs, because the dad is the one who he holds the eggs. He holds the eggs, and he's the one who gives birth, in case you never knew that. Now, what you're seeing here is all the paints that I have mixed up, and that I'm going to use in this pour. You can find them all down in the description below. And without further ado, here we go. Let's start working on my beautiful seahorse. And in case you didn't know, that we do have native seahorses in California. They are called hippocampus Indians, and they grow to be about 12 inches, in case you didn't know. And we do have some in the San Diego area, and also around Long Beach. So just so you can understand how I'm going to be working on the seahorse, I'm going to be putting the ocean around the tummy part, and then I'm going to put the beach area around their fin part, and I'm going to put some seashells. We did have to have red, white, and blue in our pour, and it also has singing mandatory for me only. But that's okay. And it had to be something representing your state. And California does have 840 miles of coast. We have 840 miles of beach. So I'm going to think that I'm going to be representing California in this seahorse that I'm doing here. So I'm going to be putting my paints in a cup right now. And I'm going to have all those colors listed below. And I speeded this up only 2 times because I didn't want to do it too fast. But I have quite a few, 3 different blues. But in each of those cups of blues, they're all specialty colors. And you will see all those listed down below. There's one gold, there's my metallic in there. But I also have, I have some metallic paints in the sand when I do the little pour for the sandy part of the beach. And I only made 2 layers here in this cup because I thought that was plenty. We don't have much area here. And I'm kind of doing a straight pour, and then I guess you want to call it a rolling straight pour because I'm moving it around. So I don't know what that's considered, if that's one technique. So moving it around my seahorse. And seahorses, they're quite interesting to own. When they see you coming to their tank, they will come and greet you. They do know who you are. They know that you're going to feed them. It's so interesting. You can hand feed them. Every day I used to make... this land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Highlands, to the Redwood Forest, to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. It was really fun having them. The only thing, I grew an allergy to the salt water, and that's when I had to give them away. It was kind of sad. I had them for a long time. But your hands are constantly every day in that water, because you do have to clean that every single day. You have to clean their tanks, and we had, I don't know, we had about 3 or 4 tanks, 50 gallons, 70, 100 gallons, and you had to change the water. It was a big job. It was a big job, but it was very rewarding, to say the least. Here's pictures of my seahorses. Every once in a while you'll see them popping up. We had a beautiful tanks. Really gorgeous tanks. I don't know how that would have worked out when the pandemic came now. Because you needed, a few times a week we would go to the fish store to get our salt water. We had 5-gallon jugs, and we would get them, I don't know, at least twice a week. We were getting maybe 100, maybe, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 gallons every few days. But what I'm doing, I blew out, so I guess that's like a Dutch pour. I was blowing out my colors. And now I'm adding the beachy area, and this is a rose gold. So I don't know if you want to consider that my red, but it is a rose gold. But I do have a red, I have something red coming up later. So this is the rose gold, and then this is called Bubble Bath. It's a metallic from Color Shot. Very beautiful metallic color, kind of like a pearly color, but you'll see how beautiful that comes out at the end when you mix that together with the rose gold. And I think I also put in some Amsterdam titanium buff, just like an off-white kind of color. did make it a beautiful sandy color. Came out really nice. I thought I was going to use the blow dryer on this, but I wound up, I never did take the blow dryer out. There was no reason to pull it out. And I apologize for that glare. I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of that. I think the only way to get rid of it is to move my desk, which I'm trying not to do. So I'm just blowing around that paint, mixing it in. I was really happy the way this piece was coming out. Came out quite beautiful. And seahorses, they mate for life. They choose a mate, and then they stick with that one person for their lifetime. Which is another interesting thing about seahorses, in case you didn't know that. Yeah. And once they do lay their eggs, once they transfer eggs, then they separate again. They don't stay together. They separate. They could be miles apart in the ocean, but they do find each other. Oh, here I'm swiping. I put some cell activator on my palette. That's a Liquitex number 15 palette knife or something, and I put some cell activator on it just to give it some lacing. And here I put some cell activator to cause to make some waves in the ocean. But my ocean was it's a very calm ocean. I didn't want a lot of waves, so I don't have a lot of foam in my ocean, as you'll see at the end when it's all finished. It was a calm day for the surfers. They didn't have much. They didn't have many waves. Oh, this might have been where I was adding the titanium buff from Amsterdam. And now I'm pouring, I guess you would call it like dirty cup for down the ends. Finish up my little tail here. Tilting a little bit. And I love the way it came out, because the nose actually looks like a nose. I did try and add an eye. I did try to blow an eye in there, but in actuality, the eye just really formed by itself. This piece really, it must have wanted to come out beautiful, because I didn't have to do too much for it. We're down to the last part of this beautiful seahorse here, and I decided I was going to use the UV resin, which I probably could have just glued this on, but I always find the difficult way to do something. And I love UV resin. It's just, it's so easy to use. You have the UV lamp, and it's 1, 2, 3, and that's what I did. I used the UV lamp, and you can see it here. Although at this point, I had a little mishap, but I did fix that. I fixed it. I messed up my paint a little bit, but that's okay. But I love using the UV resin. It's quick. It's easy. You have the UV light. It dries in no time, usually 90 seconds, and you're done. And if you don't have a UV light, you can even put that outside, and that would just dry up in the sun. So this is the last part of my seahorse. She really came out gorgeous. I love everything about this. It's absolutely beautiful. I thought I would have just a plain little design here. I just threw them down and I threw some resin on top. And that last one that I put there, it really came, it's natural. It's all natural. It really came beautiful. So, yeah, UV resin, UV light. It's the same thing they use for your nails. It's great. So we're at the end of the line, and I'm painting up my starfish in red. It actually came with the seahorse, so I painted it in the red. I'm adding some extra fine glitter on top, which makes it really shine. And this makes the end of the seahorse. I'm starting at the tail, working my way up. Looking quite beautiful here. Very gorgeous iridescent colors. There's a little beach down here along the coast of California. And this is outside, and this is the dried results. I'm very happy with the way this came out. It's absolutely beautiful. I added the starfish, which actually came with this, so it worked out beautiful. And here's some Hollywood's stars. Dear Abby, here's Queen. Here's the Pantages Theater. Back to my beautiful seahorse. He's saying, peace, love, and light with you all. Bye-bye now. On to the most magical artist I know, Mina Villegas.